what's up, everybody? We've got 3 weeks of the NFL season in the books, and believe it or not, there's still some good players out there on the waiver wire, including one who just scored over 50 points. Yeah, believe me. Let's bring in Jen Piacenti, our pal, the princess of props, who is going to help you pick the best players to grab off the waiver wire heading into week 4. Jen, let's start off with the quarterback position with a rookie who's had a couple of good games in a row now.
I absolutely love CJ Stroud in Houston. Do you realize that he has set a record for the most pass attempts, 121, without an interception for any rookie in their first 3 career starts? He just looks fantastic. And the fact is, he doesn't even have a fully healthy O-line. Just wait until Laramie Tunsil comes back. What's even more exciting is that he threw for 280 yards and 2 touchdowns, despite the fact that they were never trailing in this game. Well, we don't expect that to be the case moving forward. We expect a lot of negative game scripts. So CJ Stroud is someone you want to stash on your bench for those upcoming bye weeks.
They've got Pittsburgh coming up next. And by the way, Jordan Love is still out there. Folks, wake up. He's been really good at running back. There's this guy in Miami that we all heard of, but we hadn't seen much of in the first couple of weeks. But De'Von, and I guess it's now Achane and not Achane. I think Achane sounds better.
Achane.
He is going.
Achane?
I don't know. Achane.
I think it's Achane.
Whoever it is, he's going to be the number 1 pickup off the wire this week. Tell us why.
De'Von, we love you no matter how you say your last name. He went absolutely off for 233 yards, 4 touchdowns. Now, he was on our list of late-round running backs to target. I'm sure you had him on your list. I had him on mine, Fabiano. And so he went off on most of my benches this week, though on the one league where I did have him, I did win that matchup pretty handily. But a lot of people dropped him after week 1 because he was a healthy scratch. Well, after his performance this weekend, I don't see how you put that genie back in the bottle if you're Miami. Sure, he'll still be sharing with Raheem Mostert, and maybe there'll be some competition with Salvan Ahmed and Jeff Wilson Jr. when he comes back. But let me tell you, this guy is a total speedster. He can catch too, and I think he should be probably your number 1 target on the waiver wire this week because, listen, running back, it's been a really tough year for running back. So put your bids in for De'Von Achane. I think it's Achane.
And Mike McDaniel wanted him in the draft. Keep that in mind. So we finally are seeing the fruits of that draft pick. Also, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is out there. If you're looking for depth at running back, you can go out and grab him. Moving on to the wide receivers, and we're going to go back to Houston. That's right.
Yeah.
Houston, we don't have a problem with that passing game, right, Jen?
Oh, let me tell you, in the preseason, again, I loved Tank Dell. I know he's a small, undersized receiver, but he is spoiling the narrative because he has been phenomenal. Led the Texans in targets for the 2nd week in a row. He followed up his, 1 touchdown, 72-yard game last week with a 5-catch, 145-yard touchdown game this week. And again, as I mentioned, the Texans weren't even playing from behind. They had almost no help from their O-line. They have a new offensive coordinator. Everything is against CJ Stroud and Tank Dell being this good, but they just simply are. And I know that there is some competition in Houston. Robert Woods is there, Nico Collins is there, John Mechie is there, and potentially Noah Brown is coming back. But I just really think that there's a special connection between Stroud and Dell. And I'm going to have him on my rosters, on all my fantasy rosters that I can have him on, that I don't already have him on. And as you mentioned, it's a decent matchup this weekend, even with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Josh Palmer also is going to be a hot name off the waiver wire with Mike Williams out for the season. Finally, the tight ends. It's a very difficult position to navigate, but there's a rookie out there who you say you can pick up and start this week.
Yeah, I mean, you lost your window on Sam Laporta. First off, let's just stop with this narrative that freshmen, rookie tight ends can't be good for fantasy, because that's going to change this year. First off, Sam Laporta is dominating. Second, Luke Musgrave, Dalton Kincaid, these guys are also going to be in the argument to finish top 12. We'll see how well they do, but right now Luke Musgrave is the tight end 13 on a per-game basis. His 89 routes run this season are tied for 9th most at the position, so he has the opportunity. As we know, Jordan Love has been very good, exceeding expectations. They've been playing without Christian Watson, so sure, maybe that's a few more targets going Musgrave's way, but listen, a young quarterback, a tight end, there's just a lot of reasons to like him, to have a solid floor. He's averaging more than 5 targets per game, and that's kind of what you want in your tight end. You want, the targets, and you want the possibility for red zone opportunities. So Musgrave feels like a pretty solid floor play that could be good for you for most of the season.
Yeah, and he's had some pretty good numbers. Not great, but they could have been great. Jordan Love has missed him a couple of times with overthrows, or Musgrave's numbers might be even better, and he's got a great matchup this week against Detroit. All right, that's it for the waiver wire and our look ahead to week 4. Make sure you're checking out si.com/fantasy for starts and sits, waiver wire, and of course, all of Jen's great player props. That's si.com/fantasy. Check it out.